To get started on your SEP portfolio, the first thing you should do is log into your school Gmail account. Again, make sure you're in your school Gmail account. Then you're going to go up to this little 9 boxes in the corner. Some people call it a waffle. And from there, when you click it, you're going to look for Sites. Click on Sites. And when that opens up, you are going to use the orange Create button over on the side. Create. And make sure you do in Classic Sites. In Classic Sites. From there, you're going to do Browse Gallery for more and choose the WSHS SEP Portfolio. From there, click the blue Select button at the bottom. Now notice there is a red box here around the WSHS SEP Portfolio. Be sure that stays there so you don't get a blank template. Naming your site is your first and last name. After your last name, put an apostrophe S. And then do SEP Portfolio. This is the title that's going to go on the top of your portfolio. It took all of that information and put it down in this box, and that's actually a little too long, so we're going to erase everything in that box, and you're going to put in your login initials, so your first 3 letters of your last name, first 3 letters of your first name, followed by your graduation year. And from there you can click the Create button. Once your portfolio is up, you can see that it has all of the instructions for you that you need. There are a few key things we need you to do. First of all, in the share up in the upper right hand corner, we need you to change that share from anywhere in the district. So where it says change, we're going to change this to anyone with the link. Anyone with the link. This allows you to share your portfolio with a mentor, judges, parents, things like that. So then you're going to click Save, and it will change the icon in the upper right hand corner to having a little chain link. And I'm going to click this to go back. And this icon in the upper right hand corner now has a person with a chain link, and when you press on it, it tells you who it's shared with. The second thing that you need to do is you need to copy the URL from the top of this letter to the reader page. And then you're going to get into your Edmodo account and into the SEP 2018, and you're going to see a post that asks you to submit your link for your portfolio. So you're going to type in your first name, your last name. This is your senior social hour, which you probably don't know yet, so you can leave blank, and then you're going to paste in your URL and then hit submit. By submitting your SEP portfolio this way, we have access to it in case you should have any questions that we can get in there and help you out. Back on your portfolio, you can get started right away. You simply click the pencil to edit, and you can start doing things like your introduction and adding a picture of yourself and those kinds of things. And as you click on each of the different tabs along the side, it'll give you instructions as to what you're supposed to do. Now, some of the things you won't be able to do until later, for example, putting in your research paper until you've actually started that. But the key area is your project journal. Each time you work on your journal, you should click on New Post. And when you click on New Post, the date that you're worked on your project will be the title of it. And then you will include things like the time you started, the time you stopped, and then a paragraph explaining all of the things you did. And read this carefully, and it'll tell you exactly what to include. And then, of course, you need some evidence in here as well, proving that you did what you said in this paragraph. So every time you work, this will be a new post. I also want to remind you that as you do this and you do a new post, the older posts will move down, much like on Facebook or Edmodo. So you cannot rearrange these later. That's why it's important to add them as you go, or to be careful how you add them. There is a sample entry here so you can see what we're looking at as far as a project is concerned. Another area that you can be working on as you go is your budget. And this is a Google Sheet. And if you would need to you can make a copy of this one that's here, or you can select the information and copy it into a Google Sheet and then insert it. However you need to do that to keep track of if you're doing something where you're raising money, putting it in here. If you're spending any money, it's going in this part. At any time, if you have questions on your portfolio and don't know how to do something, please email and ask for assistance. Also, if you are stuck, you can Google. There's tons of information out there on completing a Google site.